People are hopping on. Oh, we're recording. Got it. I was in La La Land. That happens often, not a problem. Welcome, everyone. Maria Williams here. Excited to have you all on tonight. We have a very, very special guest. I've known Greg Palka for a while now. Well, he got involved before even I did, so I came on board, and I've known him for the 10 years that I've been involved here. And we've got a chance to work very closely on the compliance committee, so it's been fun to work with Greg on the compliance committee and his knowledge and what he brings to the table. And he was talking about this Rubric of trust and building trust using this formula, and I'm like, will you share that with us? So some of the posts was Greg that created them, and I'm like, the team needs to hear about this because I think they're going to love, love, love this. But let me tell you a little bit about, I know everyone has seen the email and with Greg's information, but he's a pro 8 in the business, been here since the beginning. And he's been 20, I want to say 5 years in the Army, the military, went to West Point, and that just tells you all right there, right? How incredible intelligent that he is, but also a heart of gold, 8 children, grandchildren. If I'm getting this wrong, correct me, but I'm trying to remember from everything that I read, but I know that Noel loves, Noel stays on the sidelines and doesn't get involved too much, but when Greg is there, he will always find time to go meet him, talk to him, pick his brain about stuff, and seeing the two of them go back and forth. So it's our honor to have you on here, and thank you for your years of service, because I mean it takes a special person, first of all, to go into any branch of the military, into all the years that you were there and all the different wars and all the everything you received. It's just incredible. But I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us your story first, right? How did you get involved? Because I know you say reluctantly got involved in network marketing, and I always think that's interesting. What does that mean? But tell us your story and how you got involved, Greg.
I actually retired out of the Army and owned my own wealth management firm. And so clients were, we would advise clients into small businesses, to the last best tax bastion of law in the country is for small businesses, and specifically home-based businesses. So we would advise clients, and I had a client that said, hey, I've got something I want you to check out. I said, well, what is it? She says, well, it's one of those things. And I said, oh, what do you mean one of those things? And she said, well, it's one of those network marketing things. And quite honestly, Maria, the first words out of my mouth were not no, but hell no, you're not doing that. And she says, no, take the meeting. I was like, well, you got to promise me you won't invest in this unless it passes all the empirical data of why you'd want to be in this small business. And so I took the meeting, quite honestly, thought it was all snake oil and jujuberry stuff, but had a profound effect with the product after 10 days. Because I actually said to the guy, that was doing the presentation, he said, I said, is this a vitamin? And he says, no, it's not a vitamin, all natural. I said, well, how many do I take a day? He said, take 1 a day. I said, well, I'll take 2 a day so I can say no faster. And man of my word, took 2 a day for 10 days, and it changed my life. And 30 days later, because I tell people all the time, products are like children. They're all beautiful. No one ever stands up in front of the room and says, wow, don't I have the ugliest grandchild in the whole world? Or, wow, how stupid is my son? Nobody ever says that. So all products are beautiful, but is it a product that's unique and affordable and consumable and patented and all those things? There's a product. And so after 30 days, I said, I'm going to teach people how to do small business, and this is a great one. So we loaded up our clients in the stock, and we started this, quite honestly, just teaching small business. And Patty and I met, started working together, and 3 years after, lots of life story, that we ended up doing mergers and acquisitions at a new level and decided to get married. And we've been in LifeVantage from the beginning, and we're kind of a LifeVantage story, and we're not going anywhere. We're LifeVantage for life. So we're honored and very, very, very thankful to be here with you guys.
You took merging very seriously, huh?
We did. We took merging and acquisitions at a new level.
So Patty enrolled you, or you were in her team? Is that
Well,
how?
so Patty enrolled her aunt, and her aunt was my client. And so I actually took the meeting for her aunt. I had no idea Patty was even involved in this stuff. And when I called my client back, her Aunt Mary, and I said, hey, look, you found something. Every 30 years, technology like this comes along. We call it destructive technology. It replaces other technology. We're going to load our clients up in the stock, which was, believe it or not, you guys, trading at 50 cents back then. And so we took huge positions with our clients in the stock and ended up, I asked my client, I said, how do I get to teach small business? I'm going to go ahead and become a distributor. I'm going to teach other people how to do this. This was the last economic crisis back in 2009 when we first started this. And she said, I have no idea. So she says, let me call Patty. I said, Patty? She says, yeah, Patty's my up team. She's the one that enrolled me. I said, and Patty didn't call me? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh boy,
So you knew Patty?
Yeah, she was a real estate agent that I had referred clients to, and we were in a networking group together. I was the financial advisor, and she was the real estate agent. So she owned her own brokerage at the time, and I only did 50 to 80-year-olds. I was a retirement advisor, what we called a safe money advisor. I specialized in preservation and distribution, so federal licensing, and became a fiduciary and did that kind of thing. So this was not something that I was looking for, but some clients needed some help with their kids and that kind of stuff. And so I thought, hey, I'll teach people how to be in small business. So
wow. So disruptive technology comes around every 30 years that phases something out and something new. That's a great way to talk about. See, there's a tip right there, guys, right? I wrote that down, disruptive technology every 30 years. You know,
every 30 years, and it changes the way humanity lives, you guys. I mean, when you think about the cell phone, that was like one of the last big disruptive technologies. I mean, I always tell people that changed the way humanity lived. It took about 30 years to actually seep into the world. Computers were the same kind of thing. But when I talk about the cell phone, if you were, my age, where does Superman, change clothes now? Because there are no more pay phones, right? There's no more pay booths. And nobody even has landlines in their house anymore. So it's that kind of thing that we've gotten a hold of. And I'm just honored to be a part of the tribe that gets to represent it and help people with their health and wellness goals and small business specifically.
Absolutely. So I have, why were you negative towards network marketing? So what in the past, give us, I want like,
so I was an operations research systems analyst for the Army, and I was actually doing a graduate school project for pandemics, chemical warfare, and nuclear warfare in the United States. And so I needed to find a civilian model where people could pick up logistics, food, water, clothing, shelter, that kind of stuff, and communications in the civilian market. Because in a lot of cases, if you have a really bad war of that kind, first responders end up being killed first. And so I did a paper on the response the United States would have to that kind of thing. And we're kind of living through that now. A lot of the work that I did, almost 15, 20 years ago is being borne out now. But I found Amway as a model, because back in the day, you had to go to somebody's house and do product pickup, and you got communication from this team leader. So it was what we called supply point distribution. And so, of course, when you do that, you have to, it's a 30-page paper. So you write everything you can about the company and how they work and all the rest of that stuff. So I had studied it in grad school and knew that the industry had been around for a long time and there was success, but it almost has to line up perfectly, you guys. And there's just so many variables in whether, the timing, the type of products, what your leadership looks like, how the company handles themselves. There's just 100 different things that you'd want to consider as any franchise, micro franchise owner. Anytime you wanted to put your time, talent, treasure against a business, you really want to do your due diligence. And LifeVantage, it was an amazing thing that they had put together. So I was negative against the probability of success, not that people didn't have success, because clearly there was success, but how many people were having success and how high the probability of success. That's why I was negative about the industry, because people just weren't, they were getting involved in this because they love the products, you know, and I always tell people, look, I love water filters too, but if the water filter is $5,000, and please don't, you know, judge me, or, you know, who's going to be able to afford that? What's the market share? And if you can go buy a water filter that's not that much different for $10 at Walgreens, what's the market? You know, how can you do this as a business? But you're really excited about water as an example, which I think is critical. I mean, we would own one of those things, but that's the population sample who can. I think people, it's that kind of thing. And we just have a very unique, affordable set of patented science that allows people to really have efficacy with the products. And that's what really kind of first and foremost got me involved with LifeVantage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, now I understand why. So that makes total sense for me. And you're right. Everything, we are fortunate how everything has aligned for us here. And it's, I'm so glad you're saying that, because a lot of people don't even realize it. And even coming today in the situation we're in, I was just, you know, telling someone it's the perfect storm almost for us, because we have a health and wellness product that people need, should be on. And we also have a home-based business where people are searching for, what can I do from home? How can I generate some income being home? And here we are. You know,
yeah, it's critical. In fact, when I usually present, you know, most people don't know that there's about 35 million people that own home-based businesses. 20% of those home-based businesses make between $100,000 and $500,000 a year. And it's 70% chance of success when you own a home-based business versus a brick and mortar business. And most home-based businesses cost, you know, 44% of them cost less than $5,000 to start. So this is the trend that you are early adopters of. Everybody on this screen, everybody who's got a face or a picture on this screen, you're an early adopter into the way the future, the next 20 to 30 years of how people will make money and how people will live. You're a part of that model. You're a part of that trend right now. And so congratulations to each and every one of you who've decided to do this, because LifeVantage is a carrier company. It's what the future of the industry looks like, how our leadership works, the products that we have, the efficacy that we have, how we marketed our products, the compensation plan, all those things from a direct selling association are what the future of the industry looks like. All the stuff that Darren's doing with customer experiences and AI and the monthly marketing playbook and all that piece. This is truly cutting edge stuff, and people don't recognize it because we're slugging it out, you know, trying to do contacting and inviting 15 presentations a month. But just know that you guys have found something that's, I will just say this, out of thousands of medical and health and wellness companies that trade on the NASDAQ, you guys, 10 were picked, 5 in the morning, 5 at night to open or close the NASDAQ market. We were one of them. BlackRock and Vanguard funds and, you know, Magellan funds, they don't invest in companies unless this is really the deal. So I just want you guys to know you are in the right place at the right time with the right leadership and the right type of products. I mean, most people don't know the Direct Selling Association. You can buy well, you guys probably do know, but you can buy everything from candles to jewelry. You can buy clothes to fire alarms. Health and wellness in the Direct Selling Association. So why health and wellness? If you're going to do leverage, if you're going to do network marketing, why do this kind of product? 35% of all sales worldwide is in the health and wellness industry. So more people are buying health and wellness products in the Direct Selling Association than any other product. So you guys, it's trifecta, you know, home run for the industry, home run for the type of products that we market, home run for the company, home run, home run, home run. It's just, there's no downside to this. And that's why I jumped.
Thank you so much. That's great. I'm looking at the comments and everyone's like, love this stuff. We're not even on the topic yet. So
yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. This is good. Let it go where it needs to go. But let's get on the topic of why we're here. And so tell us about the rubric of building trust.
Yeah, so most people don't realize that network marketing is actually a skills-based industry. If you learn proper skills and how to perfect those skills, just like any other profession that you're in, then you're going to have a higher probability of success. And one of those skill builders, quite honestly, is and there's lots of different skills that you need to learn how to do. And that's with the on-the-job training in our daily training, monthly training, weekly training, you know, that the company offers, that the field leadership offers. Those are the things that are necessary for you to become a professional in the industry. Whether you want to make a little bit of money or a lot of money, whether this is just a part-time side hustle where you're earning a couple extra $100 a month, which is the vast majority of people in the Direct Selling Association globally, or whether you want to make it a career like Maria and I and Patty and Carrie and Lori and folks who've really, gone to work on this and spent, thousands and thousands of hours really trying to perfect our leadership and our skills. This is one of those key components. It's one of the keys to the vault. If I get a chance to present tonight, I'd love to share with you just one little small nugget that maybe that will help change it from a skills standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep going. You go ahead into your presentation.
Yeah, so is it okay if I just share screen, Maria?
Yes, absolutely.
It looks like I've got disabled participant sharing. So if I could, I'll do, I promise I'll speak at 180 words a minute with Gus.
No, it says one participant can share at a time. I don't know why. I'll do multiple, but you should be able to share.
There it is. Yep. Let me, this is stuff that we've been trying to teach since compliance came out and that kind of stuff. One, thank you so much, Maria, Carrie, all of the elites that are on the call tonight. Lori's joined. Thank you so much for the honor of letting me be here and just share a little bit of my heart. I just want to say I'm just another knucklehead. I'm an independent contractor with LifeVantage, and I'm a visitor with your team. So please just make sure that anything that I say tonight, talk with your leadership, get back with them so that you only take the good out of what I present tonight, because this is just, stuff that I learned from my background is in leadership and psychology and the business world and that kind of stuff. And it might not be anything that you need or that you don't know about. That's my lovely wife. I definitely married up. I don't know how. That was the best yes that I've ever gotten. I am a retired Army, like Maria said. My wife is a real estate broker. But like everybody else, I was going back to Iraq for the third time. My first wife said, do you want to be married or you want to be a colonel? I said, hey, let's try to stay married. She said, okay, great. I got out of the Army. I retired, did 2 years of marriage counseling, and she said, I like you better deployed. So she ended up divorcing me anyway. Cost me almost $1 million, you guys, in that divorce. A lot of people get married, divorced, in 90 days. Me, 2 years. And so I was unbelievably in debt. Patty was going through some really bad business. She had a 30-year marriage that ended up in divorce. We were both screaming for help. I'm a very successful financial advisor on my own wealth management company, but I needed extra money to pay lawyers. I needed extra money to start another house. My first wife, she didn't work outside the home for 20 years. And so we have a big crew, 8 with my first wife. Now don't judge me. It was wars and deployments. You can count the times that I had children based on the times that I deployed and I came home. So I loved my first wife and I love the Army. But when Patty and I got married, she had 2 kids, and our oldest daughter now, we lost our oldest son about 19 months ago. And I will just tell you, you have family when the Williams and the Nettles and everybody in Arizona, because he was down in Tucson, show up for you, and you never asked, you never called. They just knew what happened, and they come. And I will never forget that, Maria Williams. And you got, whew. All right, I'm going to focus here, but that's my crew. And so here's the answer to me this. So Matt and Lisa, they join the same system, same price. They buy the same pack. It's got the same product, same belief, same comp plan, same hours, same commitment, same upline. They live in the same city. They even have the same sponsor. One's cashing big checks and making a big, big team. The other one's not having that success. What is it? What's the difference? Well, I would submit to you guys, it's skills that build trust. Now, a lot of times you hear this colloquialism about network marketing is about relationships and those kinds of things. Well, relationships are founded on communication and trust. And so what I want to make sure you guys know a little bit about tonight is one of the keys to the vault. And the keys to the vault is this: if you can help teach your people the skills to build trust, then the question that I always ask people is, do you want to sponsor more people, or do you want more people sponsoring on your team? And that's directly in relationship to, and if you're like me, I want more people sponsoring because that gives me more time leverage. That gives them more success. That gives other people more success. We reach more of a market. we want more people sponsoring. We've got to teach skills on how to build trust. And so what big picture in this profession over the last 11 years, what I've learned is what's the job of any distributor? Really, it's not about the product plan or company. It's really just collecting decisions. What kind of decisions? Well, it's the objective of every leader to have teams building teams without you. If you can actually teach people to teach people to teach people to build teams, and you don't have to be there, and that success is going out like Maria and Carrie have done with this team, then you're going to have a very, very wonderful life in network marketing. Because the main thing, quite honestly, is to connect and invite people to experience the presentation. A lot of people, get caught up about a lot of different things in network marketing, but the number one income producing activity is connecting and inviting people to experience the presentation. And if you can do that, then you're going to have a lot of success. Now, there are other skills that you have to do to build trust. Databasing is critically important. It's the fuel for your team. It's the fuel for your business. If you don't have people to talk to, and they're everywhere with our product, then you really aren't in business. You have to have people. The connecting and inviting is what I'm going to talk a little bit tonight. There's definitely presentation skills, and there's follow-up and onboarding skills. But tonight, what I'd like to do is just deep dive just a little bit based on what Maria asked me to talk about because of the stuff that we're doing with the LV Content 101 is the connecting and inviting piece. And this is the critical piece that most people don't realize. You're going to get more yeses for people, customers buying our products, and more yeses of people becoming independent contractors in your team with LifeVantage if you do this right. If you contact and connect and invite in the right way, where you're building trust from the very beginning, you're going to have a higher probability of success, you guys. And really, what's connecting and inviting? Well, it's striking and it's connecting to them. It's striking and it's sorting, and then it's booking a follow-up. It's about a 90-second thing. It's maybe 2 minutes, but it's not something that people do very well. We kind of run over this. There's 1,000 different scripts out there, hundreds of different ways, but whatever way you are doing this, you want to strike interest that builds trust. And how do you do that? Well, you've got to strike interest in their interest, their interest, not yours. We have an acrostic that we've been teaching for the last 10 years, tiny, their interest, not yours. When you hear something that our product or our company can answer from a income standpoint, from a part-time supplemental reoccurring revenue kind of thing, or whether it's a product thing, it's their interest that you're really striking. It's their interest. It's not you. It's because if you start on that plan, now you're in sales, you guys, and that's the lowest level of what network marketing really is. And how do you do that? You've got to understand people. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background on why this is so important. You got to understand the difference between the conscious and subconscious mind. There's 4,000 neurosynapses in your prefrontal cortex. This is what we call the conscious mind. It's where you're actually doing thinking and logic and math and decision-making, deliberate decision-making process. The subconscious mind, the limbic system, has 40 billion neurosynapses. 99% of all decisions come out of people's limbic systems. Again, the logic comes out of that 1%, but the associative memory, when Maria asked me that question, well, why were you down on network marketing? Well, because I did this grad school thing. The subconscious mind, the limbic system, it doesn't forget anything. Everything is chemically mapped into your brain. And the two largest, single biggest associative memory filters that people have, God gave us the first one. It's the death filter. Is this going to kill me? And you could be driving down the road, talking on the phone, everything else. There's somebody that moves into the lane. Whoop, everything stops because that's a death filter. I mean, you will instantly move it out of the way, start driving, something else. I mean, it'll shock you right back into place. The second largest filter that we grow and we're operantly conditioned with, sales filter, you guys. That's the second largest, biggest hurdle that we have. So why is that important? How you strike interest is actually critically important, because when you lead with product, pay, or company, you're thinking, wow, I'm here in my conscious mind because I really love this, and I know what the comp plan is, and I know what the efficacy and all the 26 peer-reviewed studies, and I know how great our leadership is. But what it triggers in the person that you're contacting, you're connecting and inviting with, is the sales filter. And that's why so many people have a really low positive rate in terms of people asking for information because we're striking interest in the wrong way, or potentially the wrong way. It depends on that. So when you lead with their interest, you bypass the sales filter. And I'm just going to teach you one little basic rubric tonight that will hopefully help you with some language. It's just a principle. You don't have to use it, but there's just a couple of things. Really what people love to hear about is how our product or company could answer a different outcome in their life. They want a different outcome. They want better health. They want something for their children. They want something for their mom. They want something for themselves. They want something for their dog, or they need online home-based business. They need something else. It's a different outcome in their life. And when you can answer that different outcome, giving them information about something they're interested in, you are going to have a lot higher success rates. But if you try to sell them, if you try to push information onto people, that sales filter immediately responds and you have a lot lower success. So how do you do that? We call it the instant trust invite, where two truths. So you're either speaking two truths, two sentences, two truths about money or health. Then this is language. There's some more advanced language, but this is really basic language. Some people keeping an open mind. Now, why do you do that? Some people keeping an open mind. You say that so that you're putting them into the category, well, I have an open mind. If I'm not closed-minded, you're asking them to keep an open mind. So some people keeping an open mind, and then you're going to make a benefit statement about what their interest was. And then that benefit statement is going to feed something that they're interested in, their interest. And then this last thing is, which kind of takes away all of the pressure from people, is let me know if you want more information. And what that does is that gives them the ball goes into their court. When they say, well, what is that? What is that information? Well, now you've got permission to actually give them the information that's going to answer their either health need or their money need or whatever that is, their different outcome need. But if you just say, I've got this product, plan, or company, let me know if you want more information, it's 30, 20, 30, 70% chance that people are going to respond to that. But if they know that something that you know about can answer something that they have a need for or an interest in, then you're going to have a lot higher percentage. And what I really love about that last little step, that principle, let me know if you want more. There's lots of ways to do that. Other language, let me know if you want some more information. Would it be okay if I send you some more information? We're getting permission for them to do that. And that increases trust because now we're transparent. So what does that look like? So a couple for the business, and I'll run through this. So many people have been affected by this economy. It seems like we all know someone has been put out of work. Two truths. So we bypass the conscious mind. We bypass the sales filter at the limbic system. We're saying, hey, this is true, this is true. Some people keeping an open mind have found a way to make supplemental income from home. Let me know if you want some more information. It's a very simple psychological process, but I think it'll lead to a lot more yeses for you to get information to people so that they can make an informed decision. So many people are looking for a way to make money at home. Most people don't know, how to work from home. Some people keeping an open mind have found a team of people who teach people how to make money from home. Let me know if you want more information. So we're just giving them something that they potentially need. Now you could use this in social media. You could use these in text messages, phone calls, whatever you want. It seems like college costs, that when this is over and you go back to normal life, college costs are skyrocketing. Private universities are even more expensive. Some people keeping an open mind found a way to pay for their kids' college without taking huge loans or mortgaging their kids' future. Let me know if you want some more information, because we're answering a need or an interest that they might have. For health, it looks like this. People are concerned about their health and wellness these days. So many people, ways to support their immune system. Some people keeping an open mind have found a way to activate their body's Nutrigenomics. Let me know if you want some more information. Again, health-wise, just another example, two truths. Some people want answers for better. It seems like there's so much confusion out there about what works. Those are the two truths. Some people keeping an open mind of scientifically proven way to turn on their body's natural defenses. These are all compliant. These are all them responding and asking for the information. We're not just vomiting on people, and you have a lot higher success rate. So the reason why Matt and Lisa, who can join the same company, same sponsor, same city, same commitment, same belief, same everything, the big difference is one learns how to do this the right way that builds trust, because relationships are founded on trust. Anytime you lose trust, it's more expensive, takes more time. There's a whole bunch of things that are out there in the industry that actually takes away from trust. Maria and Carrie have done a magnificent job of teaching you guys and your team how to build trust. Your success is because of the integrity and the trust building skills that Carrie and Maria have. This is just one little thing. Thank you for allowing me to be on here. Hopefully that was helpful to other people, and I'll stop sharing my screen. And there's some more advanced, concepts, but that's kind of an easy way to look at it. Hopefully that was beneficial.
Yes, that was amazing. That was awesome. So there's more advanced. So can we have you come back and for the advanced part of it at some time in the future?
Sure, it'd be my honor. And if anybody has any questions, just let me know, Maria, and I'll happily help anybody. Learn some of the language necessary for the social media compliance stuff that helps us build trust. And there's other ways that you can build trust and other skill sets, but hopefully that was good. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Yes, no, we loved it. I've got tons of pictures. Would you mind sending me the PowerPoint because I know people are going to ask that didn't take pictures, and
I'd
love to put it out there.
On the WhatsApp text that I gave you a couple of days ago, it has a link, a Dropbox link, so you have all the charts.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. I love that about building trust. I think some of us just do it from our hearts, and that's how we've done it. But to have the formula, I think, is great, and it makes sense what's going on. So I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time tonight. It was fantastic, and I know people loved it, and I know I can see people texting me, have them come back. We want more. We want more. We try to keep these short and sweet because we know it's Sunday night, and we love to have people start their week off with something new, some training, right, to get you all fired up. And I know everyone is fired up. So thank you so much, Greg, for taking your time. As you know, I'm here if you ever need me for your team, anything at all. I'll be more than chat with them and anything I can do.
You're amazing. Thank you to you and Carrie for allowing me to be here. And again, you guys, thanks so much for being in LifeVantage. Thanks for building businesses with trust and integrity, doing it in a compliant way so that it helps everybody, and that we'll be around for the next 20 or 30 years, changing humanity, you guys, not just with our products, but changing the way that people work and live. And that's what I'm so excited about. And it's just an honor to be with Maria and Carrie and Lori and Joanne and everybody who's on the call. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.